Hi everybody, this is Spider with another replay analysis video. This time we're going to be looking at Catnuki, who's, as he told me, up in gold 3, going up to plat, and he's just looking for a bit of advice. So, right off the bat, once again we're going to have a 2s game. Let's see what's going on here. Right off the bat, I'll just tell you that you're a bit slow on the kickoff and just going straight at it. So I'll have some talk about that later. All right, good patience. I mean, okay, so you're being good. There was good patience over here on defense. The pass was from over here, so I wouldn't commit to that. The clear was bad, so right over here I would commit to the ball. Instead, he just flipped and went away. The point being here, let me show you. And this is just good to remember overall. Like, some people don't realize it's just good to notice whenever your opponent flips or hits the ball. There's always going to be a window of opportunity where you can take over. So for you, that was it. This was the moment that both the dominance player, Ice Dog, and Panda flipped over, and they were not having the ball. Panda was going to be out of position. He popped it up and was going to be in front of it, so he would have to either jump up, go behind, aerial behind, just to make a touch on the ball. And Ice Dog was completely out of position. Now it's just you and the ball, and your teammate is demoed. So it was your job to get this ball and make a play out of it. Instead, you waited, then you kind of committed, and you didn't even jump up early enough. The thing is, when you decide to commit, and okay, two things about this one. When you decide to commit, you have to go all in. You just have to go fast, high, and strong. You should always keep that in your mind, not to hesitate, because you're gonna be flying like you're gonna jump up and be like, oh, maybe I'll hit him, maybe or not. No, if you're going for something, you go for it. You've got teammates or to cover you, even though this is 2v2, but you've got teammates to cover you. And if you don't go all in, then it's just gonna it just makes you useless if you jump up and do nothing rather than jump up and make enough pressure to, I don't know, get a block or anything. The other thing was, like I've mentioned over here, just a sec. This moment right here, like you can see everybody. So, like I already said and told you, your touch on the ball is next. It's your job to make the play. But since your teammate got demoed, he's going to be respawning back. So just take note, especially if you play in 3v3 and this happens to you, that when you get a teammate demoed, you can push up if you're going to have the next touch. You can easily push up because you're going to have a teammate respawn behind you, and he's out automatically on defense. Alright, so let's go. And sorry if I talked way too much about one mistake right over here, but you know, there was a lot of things showing in that one. Alright. I mean, I don't hate the idea of waiting in net. I don't like to do it myself, but I don't hate the idea that others want to stay in net just in case there is something going off in kickoff. But soon enough you'll learn that unless there's some really bad mistake on either side, kickoff goals are not going to be a thing. So me personally, I prefer to just go for one of the side boosts over here. Usually it would be on the same side that teammate is doing the kickoff, because more often than not, at my level, it's going to go around that area, or I can at least make a call to teammate to make it go around the area that I'm getting boost. Alright, so you wait over here. Sorry for rewinding. Okay. Let me just see. So over here, just a quick decision making. Your teammate is going to be somewhere on the left side because he's flipped out. Panda is just after kickoff. If you boost straight to the mid boost on the right side, you accomplish two things. First thing is you push up closer to the ball, and once again you're gonna be challenging that ball against the dominance player, the Russian knight. I have no idea what Ice Dog. Yeah, you're gonna be challenging the ball against Ice Dog probably, or Panda if he decides to go for a challenge from the back, but he shouldn't. But not only will you go for the ball and start making a play on it, you're also going to deny Panda boost, since he's maybe not one, but he's going to be closer to the boost than your teammate. Just to have a look over here. Yeah, just have a look over here. Yeah, you could have easily gotten that boost and been in position to play off the ball. Just general positioning, just to give you quick awareness of what's going on. You shouldn't be straight on to this ball because nobody's hitting it in your direction. You've got two people that are facing the corner, and you've got your teammate who just touched the ball, and he's probably not going to touch it again. But even so, you shouldn't be straight on. You should be covering either the possibility of a pass or the possibility of a clear. Since there's two people, I would probably go around the wall area right here. Okay, but teammate made a bad touch. A bit lucky, okay. Alright. Yeah, that was quite smart. Okay, pop, no demo. The opponent gets the clear. I'm not sure what are you playing on, but right over here I could see that it's either keyboard or you're just holding on the analog, just not analog, you're just holding on the trigger, just full on. Just at moments like this, right over here, when you see that you're gonna have the ball over you, just focus more on adjusting your car than having speed on it, because right over here we're just turning around once, twice, and couldn't get anything. Okay, but you get. Okay, that's alright. You have teammate behind you. Okay, you made a touch. I mean, you either go for the ball or you move away. It's like I said, you have to commit, or you either have to commit or you just have to move away. There's no reason to just kind of lurk around right over here, because you could have gotten a touch over here a bit earlier. Okay, but teammate bumps you into it. There's a double commit. Okay, you take a defensive position. Okay, and now you're ready for the pass. Oh, you just have to be better at predict bounces. The nice thing is, and I'm sorry because of my runny nose, as you saw on the ceiling over there, there's a little zone, a little area that shows up, and the same goes for this. For the ball on the wall, there's this area that shows up, and you can see where exactly it's going to be bouncing. That helps you out a bit. It's only on some maps, but just whenever you see that one, you can use it to see what's the bounce gonna be from a backboard or a wall. But yeah, you have to be better at predicting bounces, and we'll have a talk about that one later, of course. So I'll note that down. Okay. So yeah, the opponent gets a bad hit. Okay. You get a touch. That was a good pop. Yeah, but you're lurking around. Like, I get the idea what you're having here. You pop the ball up, and you're like, at this moment, you're probably thinking, okay, teammate, go. But the bad thing about it is, as even though you've passed, you actually haven't moved away. Some people are gonna hesitate when they see this. Let me just go back to your teammate. I mean, he is back. He is far back. He's expecting you to do something. He gets a pop, but he's way back, and also, yeah, you're still around. You're not giving him a clear indicator that, okay, it's your turn. You should just move away to the side if you want somebody to go. But you have to be wary about the position, because the pop was good, but he was a bit he was too far away to actually make a fast play out of it. But if he would have moved away and started rotating behind him, he would have at least went for it. Okay. Let's go back. Okay. Yeah, you're kind of waiting a bit too much. You have to be a bit quicker to these balls. Unless you're going to catch it. And I mean, first of all, if you judge you have enough room to catch a ball and start dribbling, that's fine. But unless you're gonna do that, you should be a bit quicker to that. You did play it safe, so that's okay. If you're gonna be if you're gonna challenge, or when you're getting challenged, you have to try to be higher than your opponent at the moment of impact. That's one of the ways that you win a 50-50. Since you didn't even jump, you went for a pop, then you're not gonna win anybody is just gonna jump or flip over you, and the ball is just gonna roll over the top of your roof. So remember to jump. Okay, patience. Okay. That's a good touch. Okay, you play it out. I mean, in 3v3, this kind of pass that you made would have gotten through, as a way to challenge. But remember, in 2v2, you have to make a more solid play that takes out somebody else from somebody from the defense, like a backboard pass or infield, just something that ensures a better shot. Okay. I'm not sure if you wanted to go for the bump here, but the bump or demo was a good idea. And also remember about rotation. I mean, I did just commend you. I mean, yeah, I did just praise you about the bump idea. But even if you didn't get the bump, right over here, you should have turned to the right and went into the goal. Reason being, you're not going to help your teammate much if you're going to hit the ball from over here. And I don't you know you're not gonna do much if you hit it off the wall unless you clear it to the corner, but you're still cutting rotation then. Let me just change this music. Alright, so teammate gets a save. There you go, and you've won that one. Okay. Okay, so once again, playing it safe, double demo. There you go, you go first. You should start getting to a habit of turning off ball cam when you're close to the ball, because the camera is really messy. I know that the smoke was over here, so it also messed you up somewhat. The thing was, right around here, I would already turn off ball cam, and you were coming in a bit too fast just for a dribble. But yeah, around here, ball cam off would have been a bit better for you. And I know that it's good to turn off ball cam to see where you're going for the boost and everything. Okay, you've spotted the boost, but remember that you also have to be aware of what's going on, because sorry, you have to be aware of what's going on during rotation. So turn off ball cam, have a look of where you're going, where you need to go, sure, but also turn ball cam back on when you need to. Turn ball cam back on when you know where you're going, and have a look what's going on, because this period of time that you took, for me, it feels a bit risky already. For me, it's it feels like, okay, I don't know what's going on with the ball. I'm not ready, because if there was something, if there was a pass going through or a backboard hit around this moment, I would have rather turned with 40 boost and went for an intercept or set myself up in defense, rather than go for the corner boost and be late to a save. But this is just general. But yeah, you're basically just a bit late on that ball cam. And also, there's no reason to turn this sharply, no, because even though I just said what I just said about the whole intercept, but your teammate's gonna be the first to touch the ball. If you're gonna push up close, you're gonna have the effect that just happened, so you're not gonna be ready for it, because it's just gonna go over your head. It's either gonna go in goal, which you're not ready for in this position. It's gonna go over your head. It's not which you're not ready. The only outcome that you're ready for in this position is if your teammate wins the 50-50 and it goes onto the right wall and bounces off of that, and you can start to play over there. Which it's not smart to cover one position, be in a position that only covers one outcome. But okay. I'm not gonna be too I'm not gonna be scolding you too much about whiffs, because you see those, and it's just as simple as that. You have to practice. So basic aerials, that's another point to make over here. Okay, now your position was way better. Of course, you have to mind the now you have to mind the Penda's shot on target. But staying around here was smart, just waiting over here, because a lot of people at your level would push up to the corner. But still, this is the window where you see teammate is not going to have that ball, and you can go for it. It is risky, but you still made it. This is not good or bad. This is just, you could go for the ball right there, or you could wait for to make a save. You've chose the latter. It's not good or bad, because it just comes down to skill, because if you go up for this ball right now and make a bad hit, the opponents are gonna have a shot on target. If you wait and make a save and don't make a save, you're gonna get scored on. So either way, whatever you choose, there's a good outcome and a bad outcome out of both of these. It's just up to skill. Okay. He pops it. You wait. Teammate's kind of pushy. Okay. He did get it to the side though. Yeah, you also need to start. You have to mind your control over the field. Okay, how does this go wrong? Yeah, so like I've said, right over here, ball cam. The first touch, if you've somehow made the first touch on ball cam, good for you. But after that, I recommend just going into car cam, since it's easier to follow up. Because right over here, the camera did mess you up. It just went right to left, left to right, and you had no idea what was going on. Okay, get a pop. Teammates over there for no reason. Yeah, a bit too slow. And right now you're just hitting it forward. I would recommend just adding some distance so you have some view on where you're trying to hit the ball, because at moments like these, you're completely blind. You're almost completely blind. Also, you would want to try to hit it a bit to the right here, so just to aim over the top of the goal, make a backboard pass. Okay. Okay, and that just goes through. So, since there are these kind of mechanical whiffs, it's hard to analyze. It's hard to really go in depth. I can only talk so much about, how to go for stuff or not. I did comment about your decision making, so let me just go into free play right now, and let me just show you what I want for you to focus on. I mean, first off is kickoffs. So basically on kickoffs, you're gonna want to be a bit. Let me see. I think I've had one. No, I didn't. Okay, let's just go to free play. So about kickoffs, let me see where I can spawn. This is not a typical spawn. Oh, this one is. So about kickoffs, you're gonna want to be a bit faster, because if you're playing anything else than ones, you're gonna have somebody cover your kickoff. It's just how it works out, unless you get a kickoff where you're gonna have possession of the ball and start dribbling. But usually you're gonna end up with no boost, since you have to get a specific kickoff whatever you're going for, you're gonna learn about that later. I'll try to find something for you. So basically you want to boost all the way, that's one thing, but you also want to flip and stop boosting during that flip just to have that speed gain some more, but still to preserve boost on the way over there. Just to have anything on that side. Sorry, just get. And you're gonna end up using most of your boost on that kickoff that I just did, but you're gonna be on the ball pretty much on the same way. Now, one of the other things, of course, like I said, just ball cam. Just try to get used to not using ball cam all the time. And sorry, my nose is killing me. After the first touch, I recommend turning ball cam off. Since with your first touch, you're gonna want to direct the ball where you want it to go, but without ball cam, you're gonna want to start dribbling and controlling the ball. It's also just a good habit, because maybe some people want to actually air dribble off the wall like this. I'm not gonna try to do any fancy stuff right now, even though. Sorry. Okay, so it's just a good habit to go into. I mean, when you're approaching the ball, to hit the ball once with the ball cam, and then go into car cam just to follow up on that. It's just a good habit and makes the transition very fluid. Okay, in general, what I've seen is that you're very defensive. I still have to go over aerials, but actually let's go over that right now. So let me just find, I'm gonna send you novice aerials. So these are gonna be a couple of shots that you're gonna want to focus on, and just focus on getting good power on it. Don't worry if you don't hit it on target the first time. But what I want you to do is go over these in two different ways. One is just with the jump and hitting it with your flip. In different ways, of course. And just mess around. Just mess around, try to be creative. Try to aim the ball, like somewhere, let's say, bottom right, somewhere over here, like bottom right. Over here, bottom, it should go bottom left. Okay. And of course, top corner, crossbar level, top right, top left are good places to aim at. When it comes down to shooting, basically you want to hit it either high in the corner or in one of the bottom corners, but giving that it's better to shoot it the opposite direction of where your opponent is facing. So say like your opponent is facing this way, you wanna hit it on the bottom right corner behind him. Alright. So you wanna go through that, of course, and just mess around. The second way is, of course, without using your flip, and just see how you can get power on that, and kind of starting to control your car that way. This is just a low shot. I mean a low jump, so it's not even worth using your double jump, even though you could. But you're just gonna go too high up, so it's no point. Let me just get through that next shot. And I'm really sorry about how I sound, but okay. This is where you could start using your double jump. okay, maybe not that fancy, but basically you want to start using your second jump to get height on the ball where you need to. And just mess around with that. I mean, just going over basic movement, trying to move move your card just slightly. And just a general rule, first thing you want to get slowly used to is using some, to break down the movement is to drive forward, of course, jump up and boost, then tilt your car forward and then get the hit. It gives you more power on that. Something like that. Okay. Now back. So I'll send you this pack just for aerial training. Where you're gonna go through. Now. A bit more harsh on other critics. I'm being a bit critic over here. What I've seen is that you're very defensive, sure, and it's good. That's good. But eventually, since this is 2v2 that you're playing, you're gonna want to start wanting to make plays, because you can't. I mean, even if your defense is good, and you're very good at saving, clearing, sure. Sorry, my note. But there's always a defense that can be broken, especially in this game, because infield passes are a thing, backboards, double touches. You're gonna hit a level that's just where defense is just too hard to play from behind without moving and just staying back. So what I want you to focus on is I want you to start using the sides of your car to make touches that you can follow up yourself. What I mean by that, I'm just going to try to set myself a ball and just kind of get a side touch which I can follow into a dribble. And just start making things like that happen. It's not very fancy from my side, because ironically I'm also more of a defensive player. So, me telling you to go more on the offense is kind of ironic, but that's alright. I want you to start trying to use the side of your car, kind of like a half dribble. Just try to advance it with the sides of your car. Something along the lines of that. I haven't seen any kind of wall plays, so it would be good to start using that as well. But what I also want you to focus on is trying to just hit the ball, make it bounce. Okay, we're right over here. Let me just get what I want to get. Okay, I'll set up a bounce. Just boom it off the wall, turn around, and just try to hit it again. I've seen you struggle with hitting the bounces, so I just want you to randomly bounce the ball in any direction. And just try to follow up that ball as quickly as possible. As quickly as you can recognize that, okay, I can go for this, just try to get that from a bounce. So like over here, that's one, off the wall. And just kind of mess around the field like that, like whatever bounce comes into mind, whatever happens, just try to follow it up. So just try to mess around and free play like that. What else? What else was there? Of course, I've seen you kind of derp around in defense where you were tripping off of this little side post over here. So one thing that I kind of repeat in my in the videos that I make is of course this little movement, just getting out of goal, which is very good for, you know, if you make a save and somehow end up in goal, or you try to make a shot and end up in the enemy goal and you have to retreat back. But also just kind of be wary about the fact that moving around the field and recovering is very important, because if you have to make either a save or a shot, and this is how you go back to defense, it's going to be way better than just, you know, kind of going in, smack, and you're just like, yeah. So just kind of keep that in mind. Definitely look up any sorts of, you know, car control and just start messing around in free play with that. Just try to make your movement a bit smooth. So kind of adding to that bounce little training that I just told you. Just try to make sure that you can also recover from anything from over there. Actually, a good one would be just to jump off the wall and just set yourself up. Also, another one for quick control, just to kind of warm up on that one. I'd say just jump from the ground to the wall and back just as quickly as possible. Maybe try to kind of make your movement random over here. There's a lot of videos about car control, so I'm not gonna try to bother much about teaching you over here. It's just easier if you try to look something up for yourself and see what you want to focus on for now. Any kinds of wall plays, like I said, it would be good to start off. This is still a low level, so even if you just go about and just make something as simple happen as this is just enough. This is just enough to actually get a pass in, which is all good. And what else? So like I said, try to make touches that you can follow up on by yourself, and focus more on making plays too, and not lurking around the ball like I've pointed out. Other than that, this is still quite low level gameplay, so anything on mechanics that you feel that you want to focus on, it's just a good idea to do so. Alright, that'll be it for this one. Good luck, and I'll send you the training pack just like I mentioned. And thank you for bearing with me with this videos.